Everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the captain from the Captain of the Lost Waves. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello, hello. Wonderful to see you both looking like sultry silver sweeping images in the giant syzygy of celestial alignment.
Poetic.
Very poetic.
What language was that?
Actually, are you
Ron from some other planet maybe?
Are you on a laptop or are you on a desktop?
It's some kind of space type of computer. I do believe.
Down, so because we're losing the top of your head, can you bend?
There
we go. Yeah, that's good.
I've become smaller.
That's okay.
Now you're talking about alien stuff. You know, I believe that.
I certainly do, Ron. And funnily, listening to the conversation earlier intrigued me about the human race and power over others is just weakness disguised as strength. Because you mentioned Trump, and there's some heinous things happening on this planet, and I think sometimes maybe an extraterrestrial force may well come here and might kind of spank our bottoms for what's going on.
We are the extraterrestrials, because that millions of years ago, however, whenever, they were here.
Absolutely.
They came here, and they built a civilization which time has destroyed.
Do you guys
don't you ever watch the Ancient Aliens?
Do you have that show Ancient Aliens over there?
I do. Well, I've written a song about it, based on an ancient astronaut called Findriingard Desmond Plume, which, of course, I believe almost everything in the media is perpetuated to make us laugh or mock things, which I think hit at some greater truths. And it makes us feel like, oh, he's a bozo. He's a conspiracy theorist. So you were talking about culture just earlier, about the gay communities and the kind of things that are still happening in a world which seems there's a giant shadow just cast over things. We think everything's much better, but I think there's a subtle involvement here of it's a bit like bullying. Bullying's become a different, subtle interaction now. It's not quite as physical as it used to be. It's far more profound, I believe. So I think you're both completely on it there in terms of what Ron was mentioning about.
Actually.
Well,
wait, we didn't introduce everybody though. He knows who you are, but we need to do introductions for people tuning in. So before we get started, let me introduce everybody since we've already started. So you already know him, but let's say hi anyway to our cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Such a pleasure to have my interesting guest today. I know I'm going to love every minute of you.
And then we've got the man behind the boards, Mr. Chad Murphy.
Captain on deck. What's going on, Captain?
Fantastic. Chad, I want a voiceover like you in a jungle as long as Jimmy's.
Anytime, we'll hook you up.
He follows me everywhere.
He's got the greatest voice ever, too. And then we've got a chat room full of people, so say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hello.
And
hello to everyone in the chat room.
And give a special shout-out because Eileen's in the chat room, so say hi to Eileen.
Eileen, dear Eileen. And I won't sing that Dexy's Midnight Runner song, which I'm sure people have done to you so many times before in the past. Possibly incorrectly.
That Dexy song, I love that. Come on, Eileen.
I love Eileen. I really love her. I do. I love every inch of her, even her 36 double Ds. Did you ever see a set of knockers like that? I mean, really?
I'd heard you mention that on that previous show.
I know. I'm fascinated by them. You know, she could knock down buildings with those things. The demolition girl.
There's obviously some sort of lactating hangover still carrying on for him. I'm sure Eileen could help you out.
Absolutely. So you guys, first of all, if you want to follow Captain on Twitter, he's Captain CaptainOTLW, which stands for Of the Lost Waves. His Facebook is Captain of the Lost Waves. His website is captainofthelostwaves.com. And he does a different kind of music that not everybody maybe is even like aware of. And like so, how would you describe your music? I wrote down new vaudeville, Renaissance of the Bard type music. Like, how would you describe it?
Yeah, it's a range, and it ranges between any kind of emotion. I believe the human journey through music should be like a reflection of life's experiences. So, going from anything from folk opera to fun, Renaissance of the Bard, being interactive with people and an audience. A lot of my performances are promenade performances, which is within the audience. So nothing's discounted. We go through a range of emotions. I think music is like food or like people. Every season has its right order and structure, which aligns with the mood that we're in. I'm sure like your jingle obviously brings the best out in Ron when you feel you need to cheer him up. And Ron, I
No,
want to hear your jingle.
He's always cheered
I'm
up.
always cheered up. It's just that, I don't discuss politics ever because a fool does when you're in the media. Because if I talk good about Trump, I've had all the people that were Clinton that hate me. So you got to be quiet. You have to shut your mouth and keep your political beliefs to yourself. But when it comes to gay issues, I am a rebel. I have been fighting for gay rights since 1958. Okay, I was 18 years old when I was aware of the fact that I was not equal. I mean, I lived in an Italian neighborhood where everybody was equal because if we didn't like somebody, we beat them up and that's it.
At least it was authentic and honest.
Well, they became equal immediately. You know what I mean? So growing up in the world, and back in the 1960s, nobody spoke of gay. Gay was never, ever discussed. It was there. We were all in the closet, and I loved it because the police would arrest us in gay bars, and we couldn't. If you went in drag, you had to sneak, and it was an excitement. There was a mystery about it.
Yes.
Then we decided to come out of the closet, and we've never come out of the closet. Where people are nice to us like they're nice to black people. But in the privacy of their home, they still refer to us as fags and black people as niggers. So there you go. Where is the equality? This bullshit. It's all phony. It's all fake. When the day comes that people are really equal, and when they say in their homes good things about everybody in the privacy of their homes, that's when we're equal. But right now we have people like I feel Mr. Trump is a bullshit artist. He loves everybody. He's nice to everybody. I met the man. He's the most charming man in the world. Very charming and very kind and very nice and very gracious. But he shouldn't be president because he's not being equal. So he says things on the microphone, but in the privacy of his home, he says something else. And that's not a true president. That's not who we want.
Anyway, I don't want to talk politics.
But also, I just want to defend him. I think it's horrific, the things they say about his children, his wife, and him. It's disrespectful. It's not nice. Keep it to yourself. He's our president, and we must respect him. Because if we don't respect him, the rest of the world won't respect him, and then we're in trouble. So now we have a problem here. We talk about bashing. No one has been bashed more than Donald Trump. The bashing.
I don't want. Okay, we need
No,
to
I
stop
just have
this.
to do. Well, I have to be honest because I said something before that he shouldn't be president, and now I want to say something good. I feel bad for the man because he's probably going to kill himself one day. Nobody could live with that sort of hatred that he has been experiencing.
Anyway.
And the last thing I'll say on it, Jimmy, is that often we are distracted, aren't we, from the real issues. So a pantomime villain like Mr. Trump maybe sort of rids us from thinking of the greater issues. It just makes me wonder who's really in power. But that's another show, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is. But you know what? Our audiences come in every week, and sometimes it gets a little boring doing the same crap over and over again. And when we get somebody like you that has a brain and can speak, it's nice to bring it out. Do you know what I mean? Most people in our businesses are not too smart. You know that. Well, you know that.
I do like Ron's authentic exchange. That's all I value in people is the treasure of authenticity. I'd rather someone always. How
many parties have you gone to with celebrities and they can't even say 3 words? They're so stupid.
True.
They know how to read lines good, but when it comes to their own personality, it's like, hello.
So let's go to the captain. All right. So first of all, you have a new album. It's called Hidden Gems Chapter 1. It's a total journey, and I basically I went online because there's so much cool stuff written about you, and since you're so different than every other band on the planet, I wrote it down. So I wrote down some of this stuff so people would kind of get an idea. So it's Captain of the Lost Waves, takes you on an eclectic theatrical journey. The music is an entertaining circus, enticingly macabre, gothic, eerie, playful, music hall, hypnotically irresistible, and indulgently artistic. And you have a YouTube channel, which I guess is youtube.com/Captain of the Lost Waves, right?
That's right. That's
right. And you have a whole bunch of different videos. If anybody wants to see you live, you have a little teaser trailer that shows what you do in a live show. And then you have actual music videos, which we're going to play Danger in a few minutes. But we have Danger, and then you have The Lost Planet, which I think is like the greatest video ever. I love it so much.
Another planet.
Another planet. Sorry.
Another planet.
Another planet. Is that the one that you were talking about before when you were talking at the beginning? You wrote a song about the aliens.
Well, no. There's a song on the album which is one of the hidden tracks called Afterlife. But Another Planet actually refers to the language of the heart. But often we're governed by the head. And I think when we get too intellectually heavy about so many issues, even though we've just discussed this, I think we forget about our innate connection to each other. And I think where hierarchies are built, and where people are made to feel below or above other people, this is where we lose our balance and our humanity.
Absolutely.
But I never like explaining my songs because I actually believe that the listener has the right to
understand. If they have a brain, they understand.
Or they each have their own interpretation.
No, if they're stupid, they listen to the music. They say, "Oh, I like the music." The lyric goes right over their head. No, it's true. I mean, how many people have no feelings of emotion of love? So when they hear a love song, they say, "Oh, with pretty music." They don't hear the lyric. That's why today's lyrics are so bad. Woman, I'm gonna kill you.
Let him finish.
No, it's funny, Ron. A few weeks ago, when the Ultra track, wasn't it? There was a love song, and I do think the love song has almost been bastardized as well, because love songs are a fantastic thing when they're done right, but when they become just a monopoly of a machine, the use of the word love loses its meaning and impact. When you hear a true love song, it's astounding. Going back to something like Nielsen, Without You, you can actually hear the pain and the mournful association of what he's talking about. So I think the love song, the word love has been overused, but underused in terms of what its real feeling is of what is love, or how do you define what love is. And I think it becomes a money game, because the word love is put in something, it becomes a money game. But I think love songs coming from the heart of something true, no maybe greater powerful source than that, I believe.
It's kind of like when you say fuck too many times and then it loses its meaning.
Loses its meaning. No, but wait a minute. The word love never loses its meaning. Growing up in the 50s and 60s, songs were all about love. Women were so respected. One lyric, "Stand there just a moment, darling, let me catch my breath. I've never seen a picture quite so lovely." Referring to a woman. The music today is, "Hey, bitch, I'm going to smack your ass if you don't get over here. I'm going to kill you later on in the day." I mean, that's not love music. That's disrespecting women. Everything in my era was a love song. We used to make out down in the park. My girlfriend and I, in those days, I was with women.
Actually, everybody loves you in the chat room, Captain. Everybody's like writing. They love listening to you. They love everything you're saying.
Okay, Jimmy.
Oh, that's nice.
Who the hell
that's gone to heaven already? Of course, we have to grapple with a sense of purgatory, don't we, whilst being here? So lovely. Thank you, chat room. Look,
there
I'm going
to
put a villian hands now and say thank you. It's so marvelous to be here. I have 18 different personalities and only one of them that pays.
That I like, absolutely. So what I want to do, because I want people to hear your music, do you want to say anything before we play a song?
Well, I was saying something and you stepped on my line and I can't go on because I killed the issue. The moment is gone. Well, anyway, what I wanted to say was I remember falling in love because of love songs. And today, if I hear an old song from when I was young, it takes me right back to that moment when I was kissing somebody and in love. Unfortunately, some of the music today doesn't do that.
I think, Ron, on that point, there was something I made about the evolution of people and species. And going back to some of the 60s and 70s music, there was a strange, beautiful, pastoral spaciousness that was almost more evolved than a lot of the music we're hearing now. And mind not in going back to some of those amazing writers, even people like Doris Day. When you listen to a Doris Day,
I love you. I knew I loved you. She's my favorite. Johnny Mathis and Doris Day. They're my favorites.
Just beautiful, so underrated, so astounding, and full of heart, and just wonderfully, wonderfully produced instinctive music, I believe. So I think when we hear that, we hear something, a part of us that we've forgotten. I think music reflects time. And there's an innocence.
What do you think of Peggy Lee?
Oh, Peggy Lee was beautiful as well.
She's phenomenal. Oh, I know. I do love your music, and now I know why. And I said to Jimmy, he's different. He doesn't sound like all the crap of today where everybody's imitating everybody else. You know, they gurgle when they sing, and just terrible. And your music just has such an appeal, such a different, I don't know. Everybody, you have to listen to his music, and then you tell me what you think.
Before we play Danger real quick too though, like, because you're not like a normal band, you know, that's got like drummers and all this like different things. I mean, like all the first of all, we want to give a shout out to everybody else who's with you in I guess they're the Lost Waves. Say hello to the Lost Waves. I was like looking at all the instruments that different people play in the band, and you have ukulele, and I don't know what a bouzouki is.
Bouzouki is a version of the balalaika. It's like a Greek Cypriot instrument that I tuned AD80. It has 8 strings, so it has they originated in Greece and Cyprus. Mine's an Irish version of that, so it's got a slightly medieval feel to it.
Well, you're going to hear accordion. What's an accordina? Is that like accordion written in a different language?
Like a little melodica, which is blown. It's such a beautiful instrument.
There we go. Then we have a mandolin, a banjo, a bodhran, a double bass, a bowed bass. I mean, like all these, like, because it's not like a normal band. You have a bass, a regular guitar, a bass, and a pair of drums. You know, like you guys like have really brought all the instruments that aren't normally used in music that much, you know, that not in popular music, and so people are gonna hear stuff that they don't normally hear. Yes,
and I think there's a slight. I think because the whole Captain journey for myself is all about the exotica, whatever may pull me in at that period. My next ambition on the next record is to work with an orchestra, but I do have certain numbers which would just benefit so much from that, because the sound of strings and a large choir of people has that symbiosis where the ears and the heart connect in such a level. Listen to old Sinatra, and some of those first takes of some of that music is just so astoundingly beautiful. So that's the thing I aim for mostly, I think, in terms of creating.
I love it.
They are like mini operas with each song. That's what I'd like to see, and they each have their own identity. They're like children. I can't define one as being. They are all different to the other. They all have a different theme and feel. So one might be more folk opera.
Okay. I found the description of your music now. Okay. Exotica.
Exotica.
That's what I'm going to say. When I talk about you, I'm going to say you must listen to his music, because I call it, as he calls it, exotica.
Exotica, though, kind of like sounds like it could be porn too.
No, Jimmy, in your mind, because you're a degenerate. You're a degenerate, and degenerate.
Somebody describe me as musical porn, because I do so many variants. They say like.
There you go. Okay, so he's okay with the musical porn.
Music. Ron, we're coming up with some key lines here. Chat room, do you like this? Musical misogyny. So
yes.
Nobody gets hurt, but we can just pick up different instruments and play with them.
Musical misogyny.
What's the song that I like of his, the one I really like?
You've heard probably Another Planet the most, but we're not going to play that one. We're going to play Danger.
Another one.
Danger.
Is it Danger?
I'm not sure. We're going to play it now, so we're going to see.
Danger's the one I like.
Chad, do you have Danger ready?
I do.
All right, so you introduce it for us, Captain, and then we're going to play it, and then we'll come back. We'll have a couple minutes to kind of wrap up our little talk.
Okay, wonderful. This is the current single, Danger, made by master puppeteer Tony Sinnott and myself. Hope you enjoy.
Let's roll.
I do.
Danger, danger, here on planet Earth. There's a singer-songwriter epidemic, and they claim it's getting worse. We cannot move for heartfelt lyrics, soft and sweet, indulgent gimmicks. The song would be over, but there's not enough of me yet in it. Phone and haggled, lady, if it's true, then 555 Vinclaw, and no less I might just do the work that no one else would dare to contemplate. I will create a serum that I know shall break the need to sing where others be gathered in a room and recite a set of bloated impending doom. It shall no more preach messages from a sense of lack, for misery loves company as they backslap each other back. Danger, danger, here on planet planet Earth. There's a singer-songwriter epidemic and they claim it's getting worse. We cannot move for heartfelt lyrics, soft and sweet, indulgent gimmicks. The song would be over, but there's not enough of me yet in it. More sheep, more sheep, more sheep. We need more shepherds, not sheep, as the sheep start to bleed. For it seems that human beings are addicted to their pain, and suffering seen from an outside source, how shall I call it, insane. It's true they are not conscious of acting consciously, but the main trade of your planet is to indulge in the woe is me. For many have so much, but nothing fills them up. The void they're trying to fill, it can't be filled up with that stuff. I'll hunt down all the leaders, stop their moaning genes, and in time planet Earth can radiate with joy and newfound dreams. Danger, danger, here on planet Earth. There's a singer-songwriter epidemic and they claim it's getting worse. We cannot move for heartfelt lyrics, soft and sweet, indulgent gimmicks. The song would be over, but there's not enough of me yet in it. There's not enough of me yet in it. We need more shepherds and not more sheep, more sheep, more sheep, more sheep, more sheep. We need more shepherds, not sheep. And the sheep start to bleed. And the sheep start to bleed. We need more shepherds and not more sheep. We need more shepherds and not more sheep.
There you go. Danger.
Yo, everybody. So that's Danger by Captain of the Lost Waves. And everybody in the chat room wants to know if you've ever heard of Max Rabe, or Rabe, R-A-B-E.
I haven't.
They say that you're different, but a little bit similar, but different, and you're both so cool. And like a whole bunch of people ask that. People in Germany and people in Estonia.
The music is not only Greek, it sounds Israeli, it sounds Russian, it has all the sounds to it. And you cannot be depressed or unhappy or sit still when this music plays. Because if you do, you're dead and you don't know it.
And I love your doll. A Captain doll.
Yes, I've been getting gifts from people. People have been sending me all sorts of gifts, and there's a lady who made this doll. There's something rather frightening about it, but in a really beautiful way. It's when one looks at oneself. It's like a voodoo doll, but... I was
going to say a voodoo doll.
Can you see? Yes, as long as nobody... There have been no pins near him at the moment, but there he goes, yes.
No
yes.
pins.
There's no pins in it now, he said, at the moment.
Maybe I'll always keep him, should my fortunes change when someone starts giving me the prick.
Yes.
The prick. Yes. I don't know. I don't have a name for him. So if you want to give him a name, just instinctively,
just call him the captain.
The captain. Okay.
You're the captain, and he's the captain.
Yeah, little captain. I'll be Commodore.
Or Cappuccino.
Little captain is nice too.
Cappuccino for small.
That's good.
Captain.
Yeah,
Cappuccino in Italian. So where are you from in England?
When I reside on this planet, I stay in a place in the wild, wild west of Yorkshire in England. not far from a place made famous for the Brontes, known as Haworth.
Mm.
You may know of Wuthering Heights and things like that.
Oh, absolutely,
Yes.
definitely.
So not far from there, when I'm resident here. Of course, in between traveling the galaxy.
Because you have the same accent that a good friend of ours has, Aaron. Sounds just like Aaron.
Yeah, except for that he's from a different galaxy and Aaron's from the UK.
Well, I'm from a different galaxy. But, you know, people think I'm
Aren't we all? Aren't we all really?
No, I talk about it all the time. I mean, I really seriously feel that, yeah, we were once here. And we.
How many spaceships do you have?
Just the one.
Okay.
I realize in the kind of climate change issues that I wanted 2 or 3, but I actually traded in the other models.
Ron
But
loves
to be fair.
Ron loves Flash Gordon. Have you met him?
Oh, I love Flash Gordon as well. Yes.
All right, so we've only really got 1 minute. I want to go over this. So everybody, please follow the Captain on Twitter. It's at Captain OTLW, Captain of the Lost Waves. Check out his website, captainofthelostwaves.com. He's an indie artist, you guys. He needs you guys to go out and buy his new album, which is called.
I have a picture of the album, kind of there.
There you go. The Adventures of Captain of the Lost Waves. It's got beautiful artwork and stuff, you guys.
Yes.
It's really amazing.
The physical copy has 22-page art sleeve and booklet.
Oh.
So you unravel this and then you open up an array of pictures and artwork. And
the artwork is fabulous, just like all your music videos are fabulous. They really, really are. I think those are some of the things that make you really stand out. And in your galaxy, they're doing a good job with their artwork and putting everything together. And so you guys, if you want to follow him, you want to get his EP or his album, you want to go to captainofthelostwaves.com to see what's going on. If you live in the UK, you definitely got to go see him perform. And his Facebook is everything's Captain of the Lost Waves. How's that?
Well, that's his name.
That's right. The Capitan.
keeps a certain sense of consistency. And I will just say a big hello to Eileen. Hello, Eileen.
She's watching.
I'm going to smile and show you my teeth.
Okay.
Well,
That's some kind of private joke. He either just had him fixed
He
or
probably had
she
his
wanted to
teeth
get
cut.
bit or something.
I don't know. I just thought I was advertising some kind of, I don't know, just my joy.
Oh, okay, there you go. Just his joy. All right, everybody. So, Captain, we want to thank you for coming on the show. Good luck with everything. We're going to bring you back because everybody's saying please bring you back so we can have you on longer. And we want to thank you for coming on the show and say to the rest of your alien beings that are in the band, say hello to all of them for us. And we'll see you on social media.
We'll see you soon. Thank you, Jimmy. Ron, pleasure.
Oh, pleasure
Bye.
meeting you and hope to meet you on the other planet.
I will. If not America before that. A little bit
That's
more
right.
convenient, possibly.
Yes, come to America, then you and I will take off. We'll go to Arizona.
You'll go to another
We'll
planet.
go to Roswell, and we'll wait for a pickup plane to come and just go.
I would love to. We can start with some gentle sumo wrestling, I believe.
Sumo wrestling. All right, Captain. Thank you so much. We got to
you.
go, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
night.
Captain.
Bye,
Goodbye.
chat room.
have a
Thanks,
great
everybody.
week.
Chat room, chat.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Sorry for all the little difficulties, but you guys, we had a really good time, so enjoy yourselves, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
I'm just chilling, jimmystarshow, sitting down and designing. Why every man never thinking, what are we gonna be wearing? Yo, I'm a Liverpool MC, you can't test me. Big up the girls inside the party. Let's get down to crazy Jimmy. Big up myself and known as Alfie, the one and only, the Turkish MC.
Always love the clothes of Jimmy.
Bitch, I'm your one I wanna be. Jimmy Star's new celebrity.
We'll take you out.